you guys. Welcome. We are here to celebrate the 13,000, can you believe that? I don't know, I can hardly say it, 13,000th episode of Days of Our Lives. I'm here at my pal Kristian's room. A new addition while we've been gone. This cute little door sign. I love that. Kristian.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
Oh.
Wait. I have to come to my favorite
Guess
chair.
what I'm doing?
This is where I always sit.
Hi everybody.
This is where I always sit, and we always we're gonna run lines, but we always just shoot the breeze.
I usually sit over here,
and I'm more like that now.
But you know what I'm doing? I'm reading Monday's script. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to get back. It's been a long time. I think it's the longest we've ever been off, except for when I was way off.
This is the longest I have ever been off of work, and even when I had childbirth, I didn't have this.
You know what? I was off for 6 days when I had the first one. 6 days. I came back and we're doing a scene on the, excuse everybody, but like the milk is coming down. And I'm like,
what?
Oh God.
All right.
Too much bleep. Is there bleep in Facebook? You know what the funniest thing is? I'm thinking today about this 13,000 episode thing, and I know you have this too because you were on the show before me even. What year did you start?
End of '83, I believe.
Oh my God, I didn't start till '86, so you were here a long time. So I started in.
Was it 86? Really?
I started in
86?
May of '86.
Wow.
So you guys were already super established.
Maybe it was 84. Was it 83 or 84?
I'm sure you guys could tell her.
You know more than I know.
You know what's crazy? This is crazy for, at first it used to flip me out, and now I think it's actually the gift of Days of Our Lives, is we'll have a scene that it'll say, oh, and then that flashes back to show 5,967 or something like that. You're like, oh my God, it was like 7,000 shows ago.
I know.
And so, of course, as we get older, we think, oh God, what's that going to be about? But what an incredible gift we have and you guys have to have this history and to go back and see, you know, the Patch and Caleb beginning, the Bo and Hope beginning, and all that, and our big hair.
You know, it's the history of the show, but it's also the history, our history of how. I mean, none of us were married. A majority of us.
No, I was married.
Oh, you had just gotten married.
I was like 6 months married when I started the show.
You had just gotten married, and I wasn't married.
Even then, I was on the show for like 4 or 5 years, whatever it was. I had 2 kids during that time.
Yeah, and having our kids and leaving and people coming and going. But I am so grateful and so happy to still be here.
Me too.
And
I love this
I'm really grateful for all of you.
I feel like I spent 15 years trying to get back. You know what I mean? It's really grateful, and I'm back, and I love it.
You're back.
And the funniest thing about this place is, you can be gone 15 years.
And you come back and it's like you haven't.
It's like you were not gone.
Never.
And I remember making the first phone call to Peggy McKay.
Yeah.
You know, hi Mom, it's Kayla, and it was just like, it was like it had been yesterday.
Hey,
let's go out to the set.
All right, let's
show you guys around.
We'd love to show you. And
this is live, so you know, excuse us if we stumble or we crash into our camera lady or anything.
Oh, yeah, there's just one thing I want to show. I want to show you all of these photos over here. I keep every photo up here that they take for matching, so that way, because we shoot out of order, this way I can make sure
all that beautiful jewelry that you designed.
Yeah, I'm not designing anymore though.
Yeah, but still beautiful stuff.
Yes, from the past, and I love the pieces obviously, but this way I know, because I know all of you are watching so closely, I can make sure I have the right pieces on. And actually, you all gave me the idea. She's straighting the pictures.
I like this.
Actually, you all gave me the idea to do this because I had slipped up a couple of times. So thank you very much.
Wow. Well, see, like me, I just stick on one thing and I wear it for like 10 years, so there's never a question.
Come on, let's go.
Alrighty. Here we go. I just love these new name tags. This thing is so fun. Well, you guys probably already saw the makeup room earlier. Well, we can walk this way.
Yeah, so the kids see all the goodies.
And you know what? Yeah, it's sad because it's asleep. Look, but you can kind of see, although... Is somebody on the phone? Mom? I don't know who this is, but anyway, this is like the makeup. This is Kristian's and my spot.
Who is this?
Where we come with our famous
Dietrich. Comcast? Could be.
Okay.
Anyway,
so this is the makeup room.
Wait a minute. This we call the magic room.
Yeah. Well, you know, the transformation room.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you guys really. I mean, I have shown some of what I look like when I arrive. This is not so great, but anyway. Although I have spent the whole break not wearing makeup. I said to my husband, even like, I hope you don't mind that.
It was hard.
Any makeup.
It was hard putting makeup on today.
Yeah, it was. Makes my eye water.
Have you? You've probably all noticed.
Does everybody know Richard Flore?
Oh, Richard! Oh my God! Wow! I didn't know you were here.
It's our savior. That's our savior, our costumer, Richard Flore. We love him. We love him. You want to come with us?
Oh. No, I've actually done a little bit of this.
Oh, have you? Oh, wait. Which is for? I never even know. Okay, this one. You know what's funny? Honestly, how long has the studio been going on here? 15 years, 20 years? I don't know what. And I always do this. What stage and what am I? And looking for the things. I never know.
We're going the wrong way.
I know. I said
Can
I
you
never
tell
know.
them?
I don't know.
I'm always on the wrong set, and I step
go
out
there,
and it's
yeah.
quiet, like hello.
Right.
Oh my God, the wrong way, and you see me running back and forth.
Yeah. I hear that.
Okay, so here we are.
And then they make it impossible. So you're late. You've already been to the wrong stage, and you're kind of getting over here. They make it impossible to get to your actual set. It's like wall to wall flats, and there's like you're always like trying to open a door to get
careful,
through.
or trip.
Yeah, you can't get through because there's
Okay,
no
careful,
doors.
Careful.
I often will find, look right here, cut pieces. I often will find a crack like that, and with all the cords on the ground, I try to go through the crack. But truthfully, we should go this way.
Yeah. Careful.
Careful, our camera person.
Oh, the floors have been cleaned and
Oh,
polished.
they've been busy during the break. I don't think I've ever seen that.
No,
I don't think I've ever seen the
this
polish.
is the Demera bedroom. Or is it a Kiriakis bed? I'm not sure.
I don't, it's so crazy.
Okay, I'm
when
gonna
you-
stick with the
isn't it
sets right
crazy? Even when we're inside the set, we believe that we're in there. Like,
Well,
it's
because
amazing. Like, when you stand back and look at it objectively, it's a completely different deal.
Well, sometimes things are looking familiar because they've been used.
Right. Well, a lot of our
From-
sets stay and we just redress them to be something else.
Exactly.
But, and like this,
Now,
is the,
right
we have the
behind
private
here-
area, and then we have the Horton Town Square.
Exactly.
And everything's moved around. Of course, today it's now storage. So you can't
Actually,
really
I just
tell.
want to point out that if they moved a few things around here, being the private area, this is where Rafe planned the picnic. Oh, the little
Right,
camping trip.
right. But it was
with
somewhere
Hope.
else, right?
No, it was here.
But was it supposed to be somewhere else?
No,
Oh.
no, it
He
was
did it right here.
Yeah.
I should watch
He
the
put
whole
up a little police
I
tape.
should watch the whole show. I don't.
You
I
should
only
watch
do my
the
own.
whole-
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Okay.
And this is important. Wait, let's show this.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
this is
important.
super important. It's so cool that this is here.
yeah.
And when the bench is in front of it, I always look and I think,
Grant,
oh, it's
in
so great.
loving memory of Tom and Alice Horton,
Yeah,
which is
they
why
were
it's
cutest.
named. Of
They were
course, the
so
Horton
funny.
Square.
They were
love,
so funny.
love, and miss.
Okay. This is Club TBD, right? Or something like that. But it's hard to tell today because there's so much storage. Because I think we're the only people in the building. I don't know where everybody else. In fact, I asked somebody, like, can we get water here today? Because everybody's gone.
It's hard to follow us. This is our life, like talking.
I know. Cassie DePavo said to me, like, squirrel. When we ran lines, she goes, squirrel.
Cassie, if you're watching, we love you.
Hurry back.
Hurry back.
Here's a police station.
Oh,
So this is
yes.
your home? This is your home?
Yes, this is where I was put in handcuffs.
What did you do before you were in the police department?
I've always been in the police department. I was a candy striper.
Yeah. I was a nurse.
I was a
nurse.
kid.
I was a nurse when they had the white hats.
Actually, you know what? When they had shenanigans, oh my gosh, remember shenanigans?
Yes.
And they had Hope working as a waitress, always trying to flirt with Bo. And he lived downstairs at Shenanigans, of course. But Hope was a terrible waitress. So,
So they thought you'd be a better
Hope
policeman?
would, like,
That doesn't make any
no,
sense.
no, no. Hope would dump Kristian was horrible, and the glasses would fall over, or the silverware was making too much noise, and they said just steal the napkins.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I ran the Brady Pub for a while when I came back in the show, like whatever year it was.
Right.
And I was the best background player. I mean, I would fold the napkins,
Of
marry the
course.
condiments, and I actually think it's really fun and less stressful.
It's a lot of fun, but actually, Hope became a policewoman. It was all by accident. She had gone to speak to Bo at the police station and signed the wrong piece of paper. Of course, she had her fur coat on and this and that. And he totally started joking with her, like, "Oh my God, you signed up to be da da da." Like, "Oh no, I meant to do that." So of course she had to follow through. Next thing you know, she was like scaling the wall.
I never knew that.
So fun.
How did I miss all that? Maybe that was before the
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Okay, we're gonna come into the Brady Pub, I think, aren't we?
Okay, this is the whole detective area, though. That's interrogation room over there.
It looks really big when you stand out here and look at it like this, doesn't it?
I know, I know.
And here we are at the Brady Pub, which,
Brady
you know,
Pub.
very briefly, I don't know what happened, but we were all upset. The Brady Pub turned into like 2 booths, and for, you know, like about a couple years ago.
Right.
Because they needed the area for something else, and when I would like slink into the booth and think like, oh my gosh,
But
where's
you
the
never
pub? But
could-
they brought it back, and it was so
Yes,
great.
I
Because
know.
this is really such a part of the show.
It really is.
Okay, let's find our
really is.
spot. Okay. We're
Okay.
gonna
Let's
ask
go-
each
you
other
know what,
questions.
let's- hey,
Oh, do you have
let's
more
go-
you want to show?
Well, do you want to go to Did you show them the outside area over here?
Oh, outside area?
We do a lot of our thinking out here.
A lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking.
Mhm.
Oh, I was going to tell
And
you
here's
a
the alley.
storyline. Yes, that's been redressed. I recognize that. I can't tell you
Yeah,
what's going
don't
to happen
don't
there.
tell me it's gonna
But
happen.
something's going to be happening soon there. And be
But
a
you know
lot
what?
of running going on.
Maybe we peek outside here so you just get sort of an idea of how this is related to anything. Of course, like Kristian, I'm always confused. Is this actually going to lead to outside? But I think so. So this leads to the outside hallway, and that's just how close it all is. And you can see it's all this open, cavernous thing. But we don't usually open those doors because it's about quiet. It's all about quiet.
Maybe we should do it. Yeah, but yeah, okay. So, do you want to do it in the?
I think
station?
it's set up over here
Or
for a
is
reason.
it over here?
Mm-hmm. It's set up for a reason. I heard.
Where?
I heard. Here.
Oh. Oh.
Yes,
I
here's
didn't
our.
see that.
I'm gonna be a reporter and ask you questions, and then then you
are
be a reporter
very
and ask me
good
questions.
Reporter.
Mhm.
All right, go
Yes,
ahead, doll.
but you know everybody knows I'm an iBob fan, and I have to wear my glasses so I can't see. Okay. Let me see. Kristian.
Yes.
Nadia asks, are Hope and Rafe going to have a happily ever after? Oh, that's a hard question.
That is a hard question. I don't know. I wish I could answer that question.
But
Well,
isn't it kind of fun, the twists and turns? And
Oh.
you know, somebody asked me that recently too, and I
It's-
thought, but that's what kind of keeps
it's
it
the twists
spicy.
and turns, and it's the journey,
Right.
and it's the ups and the downs.
Right.
Um,
Plus, we need a little bit of the breakup so that we can have the emotional about the breakup, emotional about the getting back together. I mean, all those things are what.
well, it's life.
Yes. In a sort of in a condensed
Mhm.
format than our real life. It
mhm.
seems like it takes us more years, but in reality, in soap opera time, it takes a really long time too.
Yeah. She answered my question for me.
I'm sorry. Okay. You asked me a question, and you can answer mine.
No, it's totally fine because it's the same.
It is the same.
Because
It is the
I
same.
watch what I'm going to read is probably going to be the same
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Okay, so wait a second.
I know. Get in the right
Well, I
proper
need to
light.
get to prescription.
Oh, you
sorry,
have
I need
the
to go. Yeah.
progressives.
Mary Beth, what was it like to have the character of Patch and Steve back?
Wonderful.
Of course.
Yeah, you could answer that
Oh
question
my
too.
gosh.
I mean, he's
Seriously?
equally her pal too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Does, what do they call you, sweet thing or something?
Sweet thing. But we have to share something about Steven.
Or what? You want to whisper to
We
me
love
first?
him. But he takes more time getting
Ah,
ready than we
in
do.
the beauty department.
Oh
yes.
my gosh, he's always like circling the hair chair, isn't he?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. But
He
since
can
I have to
do
work
that-
with them, I'm not going to go into that. But
No,
But you can.
He has such a good sense of humor about
He
it.
does.
He knows, and
he knows. He does
Yeah.
a little dance. Or
he
he's
does a
funny.
whole little dance. He's like, "You're still in the chair." He's like, "Well,
Yeah.
how long we're here."
You know, I was just talking to Soap Opera Digest about this yesterday, actually, because they were saying like about us being together or the longevity, and I thought, isn't it the coolest thing that, and is in real life it's hard to be married. It appears, especially in Los Angeles, for 30 years, and that Stephen and I would be together and remarrying on Valentine's Day, and
You will be.
yes, I said that I could say that. I think
Oh, you
I was
could say
told I
that?
could say that, or I wouldn't, but what a cool thing that we would have that history and 30 years.
Oh my gosh, I know.
30 years
I
we could
know.
do that. It was so amazing.
Mhm.
So I think for us, Stephen and I have a great connection, like you and Peter had a great connection, and do still when he comes into town. And you can't help it that he wants to do other things, for God's sakes. But anyway, that part's really cool, and we work really well together. And I follow this Instagram called Patch and Kayla, and it's so I love following it because every day this woman posts all these old videos of us. And he had such a swagger and a cool
Oh my
thing
gosh!
going on.
And the scenes that Stephen and I had, which
were
you know, the
incredible.
fans will, and thank you so much. We'll post them on Twitter, and I'll watch them, and I'll giggle and so enjoy them, and I find myself smiling at them, because I have such fond memories of those years as I do of right now, and I mean, how lucky are we to be able to do something that we really love doing, and to get out of bed every morning knowing that we're really coming to the studio to see our family.
Right.
And
I think Kristian and I are two of the biggest cheerleaders. We're
my
always
gosh.
like we're so passionate about the show and our characters, and
Yes.
we fight for what we think is right.
absolutely,
And, yeah,
absolutely,
it's so great.
absolutely.
Okay, I think I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
Let me goggle back up.
Okay.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Hi, Kristian.
Maybe I'll try
Hi.
this. I'm Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. I hope your 2017 is off to a beautiful start. Happy face. I wanted to know what keeps you excited and inspired to walk through the doors to Days after so many years. Love you, heart, and I think a kiss.
What inspires me is all of you. I love hearing that you're enjoying the show, the storylines, the twists and the turns, the acceptance of someone new being in Hope's life, but mourning the loss of someone who was so dear to the show, to me, to Hope, that character is no longer here, but will always be a part of the history. But it's story. The story drives me. When the story is not... when the story is not...
I should interrupt you. I should interrupt you and save your life.
When the story is not moving, it slows, and I want to keep going. And I notice that now the story moves so much faster. There's a lot happening. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. I am finding in the episodes that we are taping right now, which I love because we don't need to prolong. There's so much story to tell.
Right.
More history to create.
Right.
So it's the story that drives me, and also I have to say, I love you, and I love the people that we work with, and that makes it easy, very easy to come to work every day. And our crew, oh my gosh, I love
amazing crew.
Hugs and kisses.
That's last year when Peter died on the show, I think for both of us, I mean, people said, oh, those scenes were so great, but we're also invested as characters, but as people.
Absolutely.
And so it sort of flowed because we're fans of these characters. We also love each other, and we're all in together. And Peter and
it's all of
and
it.
the family dynamic. And I think what's so cool about the show, and I love this part so much, is the generational thing and how we have the families and we have the grandma, the moms, the kids.
It's so important.
And it's so important.
You have to have all the elements. I've always described Days as a diamond in the rough, waiting for another. Facet to be discovered as my character Hope, because I don't find Hope, and I feel very blessed to be able to play the character that I play, because she's not one-dimensional, she's multidimensional.
Right.
And you just never know how she's going to handle a situation,
right. That's so true.
or what road she's going to travel to get there.
Plus, this last couple of years, they've really showed some dark sides, or her sort of snapping and things like that, which was really cool and brave.
It was very brave of them. Yeah. But the show, I have to say, is been really well written too, which makes our job so much easier.
Right. Oh, that makes it
because you
it's
can
a
have
lot
the most
of
amazing actors and crew and everything, but if the story and the writing isn't there, then and
not
we're
to
blessed
mention
we have that.
Not to mention the real job of this job is the memory. I mean, because the acting part we love, but the job is the memorization.
Wow.
And that's a big deal.
That happens.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and if it's not written well, then it makes it just extremely hard to memorize.
It makes it very, very difficult, and we moved so incredibly fast. It's like you blink. Actually, I joke about it now because we move so fast. It is like lightning. And I'll walk out on set because it's like, Kristian, come on. I blink. I go, oh, I thought we were already done. The day's over, right? Okay, see you tomorrow. Because we shoot so fast. We need to be so prepared.
Right.
Everyone has to be so on point.
You see
and
the
that's
set.
every department.
Right.
That's not just us.
You see the
That's every
set,
department.
and a lot of times, especially if you're towards the end of the day and they really need to pick up speed to get out on time, they'll say, can you just go to tape on this? And you're like, oh my gosh, can I just say it one time in the environment with the person? Okay, no, okay, beep. So, I mean, for all the cast members and the crew, which is crazy for them to follow along, and the director who's, probably sweating from so quick, it's this amazing thing to pull off and be out by 4:30. I mean, it's amazing. All right, I think you owe me a question.
Oh, okay, here we go. Glasses on.
Head
I just
back.
want to mention
Bifocal.
Bifocal. Okay. Because the bifocal I gotta look down. Okay, so I just want to mention that the last question was from Debbie to Mary Beth. Now this one.
Oh wait, did you ask me a question last?
No, I did.
Oh shit, then it's my turn to ask you.
No.
I know I got you. I got you. All right, let's shake it up. Go ahead, ask me one.
The question before about Patch and
yeah, that might have been the last question.
Okay, so this is from Maggie. What is or are, and I know there's going to be so many because I have so many bloopers.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Endless.
There's something every day.
Endless.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Well, because for me also sometimes, especially when I'm running lines and especially with Steven, we will be running and churning and running and working so hard. And all of a sudden, it's almost like I step out and I hear it in this funny way. It becomes, I get hysterically laughing. And I think for me, I have realized in my life that it is a pressure cooker situation too. The more stressed out I get over something, sooner or later I'm going to blow and I'm going to laugh until I'm crying.
Right.
But there's been times when I have been on set and been hysterical.
Oh my gosh.
And you're just thinking, oh my God,
You
I
can't
hope
help it.
nobody saw.
But no.
But but they usually started. But in Al Raven Day, which we
Yeah.
all, Kristian and I, he was our mentor, fabulous producer when we were young here. We just both of us adored him like a father, and he would be like, "Do we need to move on?" over the loudspeaker. "Do we need to move on? Are we moving on? Okay, we're moving on." And we're like,
Meaning
"Okay, we're gonna pull it
we're
together.
moving
We're gonna pull
on
it
is that
together."
they're going to go to another set,
Right.
which means we'll be here longer. It was so funny.
And it's embarrassing because you can't pull it together.
It is embarrassing, but you're laughing so hard, and a good laugh is so
Right.
healthy
Oh,
for
you
the
feel
soul.
so good afterwards.
You feel so amazing. That happened with Galen and I when we were shooting.
Well, he's so darn funny.
Well,
He makes me laugh. I can't even look at him. He
But
makes
the
me
problem
laugh.
is nothing had happened.
Right.
And then something. It was just like a look he gave to me. I was like, I was delirious because I think I had shot so many different shows that day. And every time I said, okay, just look at me, because every time I would, they're like, oh my God, Kristian, you've never, I've never known you to do this before.
Right.
Because I'd never done it with him.
Well,
before.
that's what you have to almost do. Like, you're so
You
hysterical. And
totally-
you're like, okay, let's look at each other. Okay, let's stop. It's not funny anymore.
I
Okay,
know,
we're
let's
good.
look.
Yeah.
Let's
But
get
you know
it.
what?
But then
I have to
5,
say
4,
about
3,
him-
2, and you look, and you're like, oh.
I have to say about him, if I'm ever, I don't know how you do it because he makes me laugh. I think he is so funny. And like you said, just to look, or him just like, I don't know how you do it. Plus he's so cute. And that time that he grabbed you and kissed you, I was in the makeup room or whatever, I saw it on the screen, and I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I bet you guys loved it, right? It was so he had just been waiting so long. It was in your house after he'd been waiting. Oh my God, that scene. I gave him a whole thing afterwards, like, oh my God. I bet you guys loved that. I loved it. Okay. Anyway, I think it's my question for you.
It's your question.
Okay, let me see.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have to ask this one.
All right.
Eileen, Kristian would love to see you skate on the show. Any chance? Do you still
No,
do you
I
still
don't.
skate?
I don't.
You know, like
I
on your free time with
You
your
know,
kids, do some of those
I
like
have-
double south
You
house.
know what was so funny is that Jack had a birthday party to go to. I had not ice skated in years. The last time I ice skated was with Gino, and it was up here. I was up here. It was at Universal, and he kept going on and on and on about this ice skater. Mom, look at that guy skating fabulous. He's like in a hockey skates, and I was like, ugh, okay, you know what? I can do that. I'm gonna skate backward, and then I'm gonna jump in the air.
Oh my
so
gosh.
he's like, right. I said, right, you just stay right here. And I go, God, please, please,
It's
let
been 10
me
years
up
or 15.
and don't let me fall on the landing,
Right,
please.
right.
And
Can't
I
imagine.
did. And just out of the corner of my eye, I skated backwards. I went,
You
I
saw this
jumped.
big smile, right?
Well, I just saw the corner of my eye. I was like, I saw him grab the guy who was passing. He was like, that was my mom. That was my mom. I was like, oh my God.
Was worth it for that,
Oh my
right?
God, it was so worth
Right,
it. And,
right.
But thank God. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
was able to. But with Jack, he was at a birthday party, and he said, yeah, I want to ice skate. He'd never done it. So I didn't want to push him. But then he was like, we got there, so I didn't take my ice skates. He says, oh, let's I'm going to try it. I'm like, oh, really? You sure? Because I didn't have my skates, so I felt like insecure.
Right.
Because that's
Right.
like
Rentals.
home to me.
Rentals.
They were rentals,
Yeah.
plastic,
Yeah.
nothing sharpening, nothing.
Right.
And I remember him being, in front of me, and I'm holding on to him for dear life, for myself and for him. And I just remember him looking up at me and going, oh, Mom, you're really good at this. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm just standing,
But it's everything, isn't it? It's
But
everything.
I felt so slippery.
Yeah.
I understand it, because I never understood what you guys meant by,
Maybe it's the junky skates. It's all about the sharpening of the skates, right?
it's the sharpening, it's the familiarity, it's getting,
When
it's ice skating.
some Peggy
It's such
Fleming
a
or somebody.
most beautiful sport.
It is.
It's just
My
so
mother always
amazing.
was. My mother was always very into
Oh,
it.
I
And
love to
I was an
watch.
ice skater briefly. But I mean, I had the outfit and I had skates, but
I'm
I
finding
only, it was like
other
fourth
things,
grade.
too.
I only did it for like a year and was never good. And I never was like that. I mean,
It
I
is
just
the
was-
most beautiful sport.
Mhm. I mean, I bet it's so fun to actually make a landing.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't
Yes.
imagine.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
as you know and I know, just having
But it's
kids,
getting
having
lost
our
in the
kids
music,
proud of us is
when
it.
you skate with the music. Oh my
Right,
God, our
yeah.
kids.
I
Our
know.
kids are our life.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's funny because I never think to, and I have hardly ever, and I don't know about you, but hardly ever brought my kids here. Or any of my acting jobs, and even if I do a play, I'm always like the last second, like, "Ooh, maybe you can come. I don't know what the problem is, but just recently, and my son's 23. He came here to pick something up for me, and he had to give him the address. I called publicity to get him in, this whole thing. he's like, wow, this place is really cool. You know, like he was like this, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. I guess you've never been.
Right.
I don't talk about it. I don't. And my daughter then came. We were doing that show after the Emmys last year, and she came to go with me, and it was the same thing. Like, wow, this place is cool. And I was like, it's just so odd that I've never done that. Like,
Well, they were here when they were young.
barely, barely.
I know, but it's our work.
And I think back then when they were little, it wasn't as cool. Like I think more moms bring their babies to hang out, and I think Allie had a room for her kids or whatever. No, it wasn't as cool. I don't think back a gazillion years ago to do that. But anyway, it is so great when your kids are proud of you, and
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
you just have to let them in, I suppose. All right, I think.
Yeah.
Do you ask me a question now? Okay, you ask me a question.
Okay, one more question. I'm getting the high sign.
Uh oh.
Okay.
Oh, we're having so much fun. This would be we should have a little chat show like this.
We should have a little chat
That would be
show like
so
this.
fun.
I think so too. Okay, let's use our time appropriately. I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
It's going to be really daring.
Okay.
Okay,
I can't see you when you
okay,
sit
I
that
can't
close
see-
to me. I
yeah,
put my glasses
I
on. You
know.
get that close to me. Like,
All right.
Okay,
Let me
back
put
up.
my Ray-Bans on, which I have to say Ray-Bans are my
I know.
favorite.
I'm an eye bobs. I love eye bobs.
Ray-Bans, the red ones also, that you all love, they're by Ray-Ban. Okay, so the next question. This will be.
I like your nail polish color.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Liz. This is from Liz.
It's funny you said Liz. I thought you were asking Liz.
Liz.
Liz. Okay.
What is it like to film another wedding after all of these years?
Were you there? Here's the thing about this particular
I don't
wedding.
know.
And I think that
So
what's
beautiful.
really cool about this particular time is, we did it grand the first time
course.
back on the boat and the whole thing.
I missed that one. I was sailing the world.
Oh, that's right.
With both.
Yeah, that's right.
Fancy face.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
The thing that was really fabulous about this is it's very simple and it's very intimate. And Stephen and I were lucky enough to be able to interject some things that meant something to us into our vows. And I think sometimes if you just peel away everything else, I mean, I almost felt like the two of us could have been standing in the dark with a little light over our head, and that would have been enough. And it moved us both terribly, and some cool things happen on that day, and certain people come, and it was really
the
wonderful.
vows were, I heard the vows, and the vows were so heartfelt
Yeah.
that it didn't sound like dialogue. It sounded, and you moved the people that were there, and the people, of course, us,
Well,
watching.
I think also too, because like Stephen and I know
Both
these
you and
characters so
Stephen,
well,
yeah.
and we
Well,
know this journey that we've been on,
Yeah.
and so we
but
could
we
interject
got you.
that.
Everybody got that. I mean, it's you moved everyone, both of you.
And you know what I
And
think
they're
has been really super
beautiful.
nice about the show for Stephen and I both coming back is they write for us, and we are in the time zone that we're in. Like, we are this age, we have this history, we have these kids. It's not like we're trying to reinvent our 20-year-old love story. It's what it is now. And
But you know what? I think that is so cool.
I do too.
Because it's a continuation of, and that's life. It's
Right.
not going back and trying to be those younger
Yeah, 'cause
characters.
we're not those people.
But you already have that.
Right.
And because of what you're building in your history and the years in and out and the hardships and the love
Right.
and,
We've been through a lot.
the celebrations, you've been through so much, and this really is this amazing celebration of
Yeah.
really appreciation.
It was great.
And
So
respect.
tune in on Valentine's Day because, I mean, really, really sweet. And I got to wear a really cute dress that I loved.
I loved that dress.
It was really cute,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
It wasn't cute. It was really beautiful. Really, really. Okay, do we have a question for one more question?
Okay.
Oh, sure.
No, I'm giving
us
I owe you a
but,
question.
yes.
I owe you a question.
Okay, cool. One more.
Um,
Oh, I just want to mention also. Has anyone mentioned my short hair?
is it shorter? It looks really pretty. Oh, it looks really pretty. I like this
Do
better.
you like it?
Yeah, it's a really good cut too.
It's a great cut, right?
Did you get some ombre on it? Is it like a little darker?
No, it's
No.
not. It's not ombre. I got a little bit of a highlight right
It's
here.
very pretty.
A little bit of a highlight. I
Yeah.
just need to learn how. I should have gotten an instructional video how to
I know.
blow it out.
I
It's
know.
so much harder.
Yeah. I got my hair cut and it was kind of shorter, but we've been gone such a long time, it's already grown out. So.
It's already grown out.
Okay,
It's great, though.
here you go. Stephanie, you have been such a role model to me throughout the years with your sense of fashion. No kidding, right? I can't copy that. And most of all, your character. How were you able to stay so grounded and true to yourself in Hollywood?
I would have to say my mom, my dad.
Oh my God, your parents amazing, amazing parents.
My mom and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
The family, my upbringing, the constant in my life of hearing them and talking to them and following by example. And, you know, interestingly, my parents never told me, I shouldn't use the word never, but as I recall, when I would ask them for advice about something, it's not that they would tell me what to do, but this is what you have to do. They would they would tell me a story about something, and it really made me think about, and it always pertained to, of course, the situation of whatever I was really asking about. So I would always make my own decision. But no, I mean, being older, it was really them telling me, but really giving me the power and the control to see it.
And make it happen.
And make it happen.
Yeah.
And make that happen.
I think for like Missy and you and me, for sure, that I know in my heart, the three of us are such hard-working people who are hustlers, and we want to make it happen. And I think that and our families, and the family supersedes work with us. And I think there's not every actress is like that, and that might be part of the deal. But I think for us, our family's always been more important. And I think like you, it's not like you bring this life into your real life, and you got this beautiful husband and these beautiful children, and that's your main thing.
Absolutely.
Right.
But it all stems and comes from is my mom and my dad, and
you were lucky you have this one.
I'm incredibly blessed. I had a tremendous loss this year. I lost my dad, and
who we all adore. I have to throw that in there.
So I mean, it's so hard to talk about because I feel that loss and that sadness every single day.
Sure, of course.
So which I haven't tweeted or Instagrammed a lot, because 16 was a very difficult year. I had so much to be grateful for, but I had a lot of loss too.
Right.
So 2017, let's kick some butt.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful. I could not be more grateful, and my glass half full with my loss is that I'm blessed to have had the father and the mother that I was born to. So for that, I'm
a product of, and
I'm a product of,
soared.
and I hear their voice every day.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky to have met both of them. So yay. Sweet people. Do we have to wrap it up? Oh,
Wrapping it up.
Plus, I'm so happy back here.
I know.
I feel like let's just get a fake beer and a fake
okay,
food.
but you know what? I need to get back to reading Monday's script.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get back to reading that. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. This
we
was a
love
lot of
you
fun.
all, and thank you. We thank you. The cast thanks you for the love, the support, all of these years. So, gosh, we need to do this more. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Thumbs up?
Maybe once a week we should have like a coffee clutch. We could come here. We could invite some of the other cast members, and we'll just like
I can
attack
see it
them with
now
questions.
With our 5,000 scripts a week.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know. We'll
okay.
be
There is
sliding
that
into
issue.
place. Okay. You take the next question.
Okay.
Let me read.
Yeah,
I need to learn my dialogue.
I always forget
tomorrow.
that part.
Maybe
okay.
once a week. Maybe once a month. We'll see.
But
What
it's
we
a fun
can work
idea.
out.
We're going to talk to some people. Anyway, thank you guys, and thank you for
so
always
much.
watching and being the best viewer, fans,
Ever,
friends,
ever. Thank you so much. We love you. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah.
You're part of our family as well.
Bye from Brady Corner.
The Brady Corner. The Brady
I'm just
Pub.
kidding.